going. It is in the bottom left, herO. And in the top right, we do have dark. The map is ultra love. The players are set, the stage is here. Everybody's ready. We see a pylon going up on the low ground here. And a lot of good things to follow. And of course, this is a PvZ, so we kind of wait for that first Oracle Adept engagement onto the Zerg and the defense with the Queens. And then we'll have to wait if there's gonna be a Queen walk, a Queen drop, roach attack, or like any kind of bust attempt from the Zerg. Or if there's gonna be a blink follow-up or a charge, an adept follow-up. And what the AoE is gonna look like, if it's gonna be centered around Colossi or if it's gonna be centered around Storm. And most of that kind of... most of the paths are already quite set in stone here. It's a long time we've really seen massing Void Rays being a thing. Which is kind of a shame. I have to say, it's a very iconic unit for the SC2 Protoss race specifically. It's like the unit for low legend. Low elo legend, low MOR legends, right? Alright. Let's go on the way. Oh wait, is this actually open? I'm not exactly sure about this. There might be an opening over here. herO's walls always look so weird to me. They don't make any sense. But this could potentially be a full wall, I'm not exactly sure. I think the pylon has an opening on the north side there. And yeah. I guess we'll find out in a moment. First adept is gonna get chrono boosted. Cybernetics is gonna spin. Is he gonna cancel? And is he gonna Stargate? And then he's gonna spin again. Spin again. Just a moment. He's gonna spin again. And the probe is walking. It's walking on sunshine. Yeah. It's walking on sunshine. Whoa. Now pretty straightforward here from both players, as was expected. We do see the Oracle opening here from our Protoss player with the Adept poking in, checking out, hey, what's your poison, you know? What do you have, what do you like, what do you want, what do you make? And yeah, okay, so he's gonna make a Void Ray first. When I was saying, no, not massing Void Rays, something like that, right? Something. It's literally about massing Void Rays. It's not making one or up to 3. I mean, I've seen up to 3 utilized by Zaun recently, which is was kind of cool in this matchup. It looked very fresh in Novell. And it was actually very effective. But this is like the anti-overload Void Ray. We already see the Oracle queued up behind that, so yeah. It's like the lame Void Ray. And that's the most of the Void Ray use you'll ever see in the game, really. Sometimes you'll see it in the PvP defenses, but it also, it's not that great. So I'm not sure really. It's like a really washed unit at this point. It should get buffed, you know. The Void Ray needs a buff, definitely. It needs to be reverted back to what it was. Give us the Wings of Liberty Void Ray back. Now Oracle coming in here. Void Ray is gonna poke as well, but the Void Ray is more to try and fish the Queens to go over there, and then the Oracle can come in and swoop up onto those drones. Oh, they wanted to make another extractor, but it didn't work. So he loses 2 drones, he loses a 3rd drone. Yeah, this is already going quite well here, and the Oracle is still alive and has still more than half of its health. It's gonna throw down a stasis trap, and no reaction. Oh yeah, okay. Reaction is there. For a moment I thought, like, Dark, what are you doing? We see the Twilight finishing up, Forge finishing up. Another Oracle on the way here. 3rd base is about to finish up in a moment. And this is gonna be a quick follow-up here. Now the Void Ray snipes another Creep Tumor. This Queen's getting angry. The Oracle is gonna snipe the rest of these creep Jimmers. And herO is tactically moving very brilliant with his units. He's tanking with the Void Ray a tiny bit from that lower queen because Dark wasn't focus firing. So the Oracle also does not take any additional damage, it only took shield damage. Now we do have adepts coming in, and this is kind of the standard 5 to like 7 adept poke we see a lot of times. He does keep 2 on the sidelines. We need to emphasize on that because those will shade differently now, I guess not. Oh, he's gonna try to bust this, but I'm not sure if this is gonna work. He still has the oracles up here, but they're also running into a spawn now. They need to come over and defend the adepts. By the way, here is going into a charge build after this, and a lot of charge lots. This is gonna be like 8-gate charge lot. It's gonna be a big charge lot attack. He could throw down in Templar Archives. I don't expect it to be. I think he's just gonna try to run zealots across the map and win the game with +1 zealots. Now all of the adepts did die. We do see more and more gateways coming online. He's throwing down big abundance of gateways. Many. A robo is coming online though. And charge is done. So this was super quick charge as we see here. Battery on the way on the 4th base for Dark, and he's made a Hydra Dam. He also is making Roach speed, so he's going for double upgrades. So he's gonna play Hydra Roach most likely. It's gonna be an interesting composition here. We've seen Rogue utilize or bring that back since he came back from the military, kind of. Now this bust should not work. The Queen's in a good position. Oh, if he could get a nice stasis trap, yeah, he's kind of forcing Dark to move into a worse position. Oh my god, is he gonna break him? I don't think so. Roaches are popping here. And the zealot numbers are dwindling, even though he is killing most of the queens, which is kind of cool. If he can get that last queen, that would be quite insane. Yeah, he's gonna get it. Pretty good. Good stuff. The oracles are about to deplete on energy, so shouldn't be that much more damage. We do see a few zealots try to do some magic here in that 3rd base, but some nice micro defense here by Dark is gonna happen. And these zealots are a little bit of a waste in my opinion. The roaches are starting to be very high in number here, and 8 zealots are not gonna deal with those anymore. As you can see, they are about 1-shotting or 2-shotting these zealots at this point, so needs to get a defense going here, and the counter attack is about to hit. There's no Templar Archives yet. There's no real Immortal Force yet. There's no Blink yet. So warping in all of these Stokers, they're blinkless. They can't really evacuate or like trade their shields and cooldown for lives. But the Void Ray is still here. The Oracles are still here. And herO is gonna hold, of course. Now this is gonna be the strong follow-up here from our Protoss player. The Templar Archives finishing up right now. He's gonna probably start Storm immediately, and then he will most likely look to take a 4th base rather soonish here. Now this 4th base is up. It's not running though. Dark really needs to get to droning here. He's finally back into that department. But Dark is quite far behind. He's finally catching up in the economy. And here is already taking his own 4th base. Well, Dark, I think he just set up a 5th base. Pretty sure there's a drone gonna move out very soon here. That 5th base location. Maybe only set up a camera hotkey, but I expect him to go there very soon. Now, a few Hydras are gonna be nice in the defense against all of these air units. But they're not going to be that nice against Storm. But this is shaping up to be a little bit of a longer match here. At least 4 bases for both players. Could be quite grim here. And Dark is going to destroy the debris. And he's going to get tagged for that. Now Fleet Beacon on the way already. herO is saying, alright, you're not coming to attack me. I already have some High Templars. I have enough Storm stacked up. Look at the Immortal. He could kill this with the Immortal so fast. Oh, the Oracle's flying a little bit too close there to the Hydra Force. Now Dark is gonna try for an attack, but this is mostly Hydra at this point. He gets an Oracle. Both of them work together in killing that rock formation there, the debris. He's gonna collapse the cooling tower, he's gonna kill off the rest of the debris. And herO does see this, he's saying, alright, you kill them. There's also a small force running around here, trying to get into that natural, and there's nothing in the natural. Only a few zealots starting to be warped in, but the immortals coming from that high ground. A 6 storm on the ramp here. Oh my god, if he would have another one, he doesn't even need it. One immortal popping to try and walk past the army. In the same moment, we have an attack over here on the left side, but also Storm is ready to defend. The Void Ray is still alive, killing roaches happily, and the cannon is tanking for it. So this was a flat falling attack, and herO does take the first map in a very easy fashion here. Very well played by herO. Alright. Let's hop into the next one. Second map, herO already up 1-0. It's of course a best of 5. And this is the guy. And that's the other guy. The Dark Zerg. The Zerg Dark. You can kind of argue Ultra Love is a very good map for Protoss. It's kind of choky. AoE is super strong. And it has a lot of high ground, low ground advantages, which are quite powerful for Protoss player. So yeah. Really good stuff there for herO on the first map. Utilizes any advantage he had there for himself and made it look easy against the Dark. I mean, who does that, right? Probe coming in here. He's gonna get the scout, of course. And it's gonna start his harassment a little bit here. Oh? For a second I thought Dark would actually snap kill it. It hasn't taken any actual hull damage yet. The Nexus going up, 780 score is gonna join. Join. Queen. Of course, it's the queens. No, we don't see that Void Ray opening here from herO in the last game. Is he gonna play the same again? Is he gonna utilize another Void Ray? He was kind of positioning this very smartly, in my opinion. He was utilizing it in a great way. He was tanking a lot of damage for the Oracle to come in and do some extra damage. So the Oracle could stay just a tiny bit longer inside the drone lines and get an extra drone here or there. And also that creep tumor removal there. So yeah, I really like the Void Ray and how it was used by herO, and then he just pulled it back, had it defend third base. It was very powerful in helping to deal with those roach pushes. So yeah, it was a really, really good unit, to be honest. Kind of his herO unit. Hahaha. And he's gonna do the same again. Okay, seems to be liking this Void Ray first here. It's really on and off in the meta. It used to be all the rage like late last year, for a month, the flavor of the month, and then it kind of went a little bit out of fashion, and now it's apparently the flavor of the month again. And he does keep tabs on this overlord with the adept. Usually it should be the other way around, right? But oh, he could have found a different overlord as well. Dark was actually not anticipating this kind of, yeah, not the greatest, not the greatest read, I have to say, for a series, right? He did do the same in game number 1, so herO just abuses the fact that Dark just lets the overlord hover over there, and it's just gonna snipe one extra. Now he's gonna get the one in the base anyways. There we go. And we might just see the same follow-up. This time I think though the Order of Fortune Twilight Council is different. So this might indicate a tiny bit of a later +1 and not as much of a sharp timing. Still have to wait and see though what is it gonna be here from that Twilight Council. Starting to add his extra gates. You see the oracles being parked over here. The Void Ray is gonna come in and try to greet the queens basically, and the oracles want to fly in at the same time. When these 3 queens are basically stacked over here, the oracles come in from the other round and are gonna try to assassinate some of those drones. Pulse the beam for the hell. Nope. Stasis trap. It's gonna catch a couple. It's not great, but it's okay. And that stasis got killed off. Void Ray tried to come in to shoot at the gas, but there's too many queens this time. Position is really on point here for Dark. And the rotation from herO didn't really work out, unfortunately. Now we do see this time it's gonna be Blink, so this is a different kind of game here that Dark needs to play. And Dark is actually gonna do a completely different thing himself. He's making a Nidus. So it's gonna be a Link Queen Nidus. Those are kind of weak. And they depend a lot on timing. If they can get in at the correct moment, before the infrastructure's up, before the snowball is starting to happen for the Protoss player, they can be ludicrously strong. But as it is, well, it's not even in the inside of the base, it's on the outside, the front line. herO will have to recall his units or bring them back at least, and he has to deal with this. He's gonna throw down extra static defenses. Blink is not done yet. +1 is not done yet. The Stalkers are engaging before that, and they're kind of starting to dwindle here. Now finally we have Blink, 4 Stalkers do remain. A sentry is gonna get bolstered there. And it's gonna drop a force field. Queens are gonna pop though from that Nidus, and Stalkers are moving in now. The force field is keeping the Zealots out. Now it expires in the perfect moment here. But this is not looking good. We're already looking at 17 dead probes here. This base is gonna fall. And this looks like herO is gonna have a tough time in defending this one. The worker count is already in the favor of Dark here, but the tech is of course going to herO. So if herO can hold this somehow and doesn't lose too many units, there might be a chance where he can come back in this game. But as of his currently, I mean, he's gonna stabilize, but this is a deficit he's working with. He did lose the 3rd base. If he keeps the 3rd base, I wouldn't even say he's in that bad of a spot, but this is kind of terrible. He also has creep at his entrance. There is no detection anymore. He lost all the oracles and the Void Ray. And he doesn't even have charge on the way. He's like super low on gas income currently as well. He needs to resaturate the gases. He needs to get money up and money going. There we go. He's going to resaturate the first gas there on the top. And he's going to warp in some extra Stalkers for now. Dark is taking the 4th base and the 5th base. This is kind of a very Dark-esque thing to do. After he had edged out a lead, he's gonna take another risk. And that risk is he's basically tagging into Hive while he's taking 2 additional bases and droning. It doesn't really make that many units. Now he's kind of dependent on identifying the push-out timing here from herO. If he cannot find this army and identify this push-out correctly, he might not have the lava. He's still producing a bunch of links though, and they're gonna have +1, but not for this fight. So, oh no, he sees the lack of units, he sees them at his entrance. He should bring back the links from the font. He needs every ounce he can for a defense. There is stasis traps and pylons going down in the low ground, and if he can snipe those reinforcements coming in, that could be a big deal. But he's starting to just make units now at this point. Roaches, links. He's gonna snag a few stalkers over here. They do have armor in a moment here, which is nice. And actually the friends are coming back, so Dark needs to... Man, that was a good trade for herO. He just killed links there for basically only a little bit of hull damage. He's gonna set up a proxy gate, he's gonna fully 2-base all in this. He doesn't have really that much of a choice, but he still has a fighting army, which can do something if it's gonna, you know, engage. And this is the moment here. He has 1 sentry with the Guardian Shield. It's gonna get popped by a Bile, unfortunately, though. And Dark just needs to delay this. He has Adrenaline even on the way. I'm not sure about this one, but I guess he knows better. He's trying to transfuse his queens here. He's not losing that much yet. He has a lot of links staying in the back here for when the stalkers start to engage. He's now finally trying to come around here from behind, but there's a big stasis trap, which is gonna help these stalkers as well. Links coming in from all sides though, and they do have their +1, so they're actually quite strong here. But stalkers with 1-1, holding a little bit more than Dark was expecting, it seems. Now, can he break this? He also has links here on that area with the pylons. If he can kill the reinforcements, then this game is over. Now only stalkers left here. herO, can you make it work? Only stalkers. He's gonna start to lose his pylons here. Oh no, actually a F2 there, unfortunately, happening for Dark. Did pull in. Oh my god, offensive blink here. And units are just dwindling in numbers here for Dark. He has not enough units. He doesn't have the firepower, but the drones might just be enough here. Coming off the lines, trying to help out. He's losing most of his queens at this point. Adrenaline is about to finish. That might be the nail in the coffin here that could kill herO with 30 links on the way here. Adrenaline lands, +1 on those links, and super low stalkers. I think it's gonna be a very clutch hold, but it should be a hold here for Dark. Now Adrenaline completed. Look at how fast those stalkers fall. Oh boy, they are dead. Even Dark focusing on the low ones. Sentries on the way here, trying to do some force field magic. Try to keep the pylon alive. If he just kills the pylon, man, the game is over. He doesn't realize the pylon is super low. Now finally he's gonna snipe it. There we go. GG. Dark is gonna hold, but what a clutch hold. Man, herO almost had him there. The snowball almost had happened. That was crazy. herO 2-base all-ins with Blink are like murderous weapons. It's insane. It's like he brings a machine gun to a fist fight. And that means we are sitting at 1-1, right? Next map is gonna be Starchild. And we will just hop into this. In the bottom left, we do have herO. In the top right, we do have Dark. And here is blocking that natural. Dark is doing the same. He's gonna go across, and he's gonna keep one drone on the lookout here. Wants to take his own natural. Here is looking like, oh wait, where did you take a base? Not this one. Is it the other one? Is it the other one? No, wait, oh, no. Oh, wait, you're here in my base? Oh, no, oh, please don't take it, no, don't take it. And then he sees, oh, you already took your own base. Now he cannot actually produce the hatchery because he threw down the spawning pool and he does not have the additional minerals anymore. Oh! The block. He's on hold position. Let's be careful though. Kinda need two to force block an assimilator. Because you need one to fight. His drone is kinda low though, but he's doing the same to herO that herO is doing to Dark. Oh man. These worker fights here. Now the drone faking to go out and then immediately returning back here into the base. Gonna start to harass the mineral field. This is literally Dark playing a little bit too much Protoss. I feel like on the ladder. But it's kind of cool to see, honestly. I think it's really nice. You know, do something the Protoss does to you to annoy them back. I think it's a great move. We do see the Stargate. Also, it's like a perfect scout, right? And you can have it there until the first Adept is gonna be there. You also do delay the Adept moving out. That's also kind of cool. And he's gonna snatch the resources now since he knows the Adept timing. And then he's gonna be dead. It's weird. Where's all the rest of the carcass? It's like a very big spine, but nothing really that is attached to it, really. Okay, so hatchery number 3 on the way, of course. Link speed on the way. No more gas. Adept did poke in a little bit with the shade. Did confirm the third base. And yeah, he's just gonna count drones. It's a very important thing to do because there are some all-ins that basically hit now. And yeah, it makes a big difference if there's like 6 drones or 4 drones or if there's 12 drones. If you know there's 12 drones, you know it's a macro game. Or you should know. Some Zerg have been utilizing that kind of limited scouting against the Protoss where they would just transfer drones from the main base to make it look like they have a very saturated natural while they actually don't have a saturated main base. Then go for those all-in times. He almost could have killed this actually. It's only 11 and it was only 11 HP. Oh yeah, double Oracle, 6 kills here. Now Link's trying to do something across the map, but this is gonna be difficult. Twilight and Forge on the way. There's already 4 Adepts in position, a 5th one in the wall, and we do see 2 more getting warped in. He is kind of pooling the links though, he's not really using them yet. And if the Adepts shade out, I mean the Oracle is gonna be here, there's gonna be an overcharge, so yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm so sorry, Dark, this is not working. Layer on the way, extra gas is coming online here. And we do see that evolution chamber behind. 6 Adepts. What can they get done? Double Oracle also swooping in at the same time. Oh, this could be a disaster. He's actually cancelling the shades and he's just gonna go for the left side on the 3rd base with the Oracle. It's gonna kill 5 more workers and then he's just gonna back off because hell, it's Oracles. Why back off? We just walk into the main base. We try to deal more damage. He's gonna maybe lose an Oracle? No. What is he looking for? Attack? Yeah, he's looking for attack. Needs to be careful though, he's eating a lot of damage for that attack. Did not see the +1. There's a tiny piece of information that is still hidden from him, still missing. Big supply block, by the way. There's a pylon coming in online, and we see all of the probes, all of the Nexi are not working right now. It's a big supply block, and finally he's making more probes, sorry, pylons. There we go. Finishing up here. Spire on the way, okay, that's kind of cool. So he's playing Ling Muta, huh? Huh? But this should, on paper, not work, because as the Protoss player, you're already in Blink, and you can even make Phoenix, right? Because you have the Stargate. So I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of this. Also, if this gets scouted, it's kind of a free counter. If that doesn't make sense, the word is like a free bone to your opponent to feel free to counter this, you know, it's like you're opening yourself up to the counter. Because it's such a hard counter. No charge on the way, +1 armor on the way, +1 damage should already finish up. You're kind of liking that 1-1 upgrade style here in this series so far. Nice, throwing down extra stasis traps here. Try and trap those links. Gonna get a couple. Dark is really doing this beautifully with the engage and then disengage on the very last second. +1 melee does finish up, but just kind of after the fight, and as much as I like Mutas, I think it's just gonna be too late. And apparently this was already seen. Oh yeah, we see this, we see the Mutas. That's a great stasis. And he's making Phoenix, so there you go, Mutas. Timing is kind of gone, he's even tagging them again. And Dark's trying to commit full to the Mutas, he's trying to kill the army, but he doesn't, honestly, he doesn't even have enough units to finish this, I feel like. It's too many Stalkers, they have upgrades, the Mutas don't. The Dark also did lose his 4th base, he's trying to establish another 4th behind this right now here on the right side, it's already finished up. But yeah, these Mutas being tagged as they are so much, it's a hassle for them to do anything. A fleet beacon and another Stargate here, the device is gonna be all out Muta wars, so let's go into Phoenix range, double Phoenix production here. It's gonna tag again the Mutas, man. Staying really on top of that vision. Attack is so powerful, it's insane, look at that. And he's still just pooling the Phoenix, he's not showing him that he's making Phoenix to hard counter this. This is such a hero move. He's even going into plus air weapons, so this could be a tell. Alright guys, here we're back. And we're hopping into the last game of the series. We just saw this guy here, Mr. herO, dismantle this guy over here, Mr. Dark, with some Phoenix Stalker. But Dark kind of made it close there, actually, with that meter fight. So, kudos to Dark for making that a very, very close engagement indeed. Not like that herO was in danger of losing or anything. He was pushing and he just was in danger of losing the army, that was all of it. But he like had enough production behind this to just fall back onto the production and a reinforcement cycle, and then everything should be fine here. Oh yeah, look at that, man. 275 minerals on hatcheries, there we go. That's what we needed. Gateway. Assimilator. Finishing up here. Now the probe is harassing a tiny bit here. We do see the spawn pool being thrown down. Of course. What else would it be? The spawning pool. Cybernetic score on the way. Let's go into that starport again. Stargate. Now this is... herO's walls are so ugly, it's insane, but they work. Now, it's happening. Adept. Stargate. Warpgate. I dare someone to make Warpgate, cancel it, and then throw it down just a Twilight, and then start Warpgate again. You know? Just to fake out this frickin' lazy super lazy overlord scouting. And fake a Stargate, basically. It's gonna get the creep chimmer, it's gonna be nice here for herO. Yeah, a little bit of a sad start for Dark. Yeah, he's eating a lot of punches this game, or this series, in the early game. Now Lynx are gonna come in. Do they get the scout? Yeah, they actually do get the follow-up scout. And herO messing up a little bit with that shade, not shading in front, but behind the unit. That's still gonna be fine enough. He was microing at the front line here with this depth, and it's gonna shade out. That gate was in a wrong position, needed to be cancelled. Oracle on the way. This time no Void Ray, so a tiny change up here. Change of pace. Ah, the lava. Is he gonna commit into the egg? I guess he does. Gonna cancel the links. He's gonna try to cancel the drone as well. And he's gonna cancel the drone as well. Okay, so that's it. And this is the true story. He's already pushing with 4 adepts. Those are quite early here. Another Oracle coming in as well. The Oracle's just flying through, which is alright. But he could go into the 3rd base. There's 3 exposed drones over there. He's not moving with the Oracle as of yet. Adepts are kind of trading here on the right side, killing more and more drones. Already 9 drones down. It's gonna snag another one. 11 drones. Oh my god. Ooh. And the Oracle, it's just sitting over here. He should have tried to go on top of these 3 drones. Now he's coming in, but a tiny bit late. He's gonna catch one though. Oh no, 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 nice defense. Yeah, he's actually gonna lose the Oracle if he's not careful. Yep. And he wasn't careful. Now he only has 2 Oracles alive here, instead of the 3. But he's making a 4th one, the Foracle, so... there you go. It's gonna be nice. Oh, this guy is still active with the pulsar beam. Finally getting turned off. Twilight and Forge and follow-up gates on the way here. But yeah, like what, 11 drones? That is a hefty price that Dark just paid there. And he's pushing frontal with the queens. He's taking 5 bases right now. He has like no workers to saturate any of those. He's just making bases. His idea of harassment defense is make hatcheries. At this point, there's a lot of adepts though that have been sacrificed. Can have a look at the lost 6 adepts and there's 3 more. So herO made a big amount of adepts. And that means his other gateway force is gonna be a little bit smaller. The blink stalkers are gonna be a little bit slimmer. Now hero's coming in here, he's gonna kill that spore, not even a cancel. It's unfortunate here for Dark as well. The tripical. Triacle. Hydra then is researching some range. I'm going to speed afterwards. And this is just some clip clearing here. Hazard control. He does see the queen, but he just ignores the queen. He's like, alright, I could have killed you, but we want to have the energy for something else. Maybe for the push down here. I guess not. I guess he's just gonna do the same thing again. He's gonna leave one. Mercy or ignorance, we don't know. And we shall never find out. Overlord is gonna get sniped here. The Lynx are not really gonna find anything, but they do scout the Warp Prism, so that's actually quite nice. Oh, those Hydras, they're kind of in a bad rally, you need to be careful. herO is just poking on the bottom and he wants to attack the top base, it seems like, with the Zealots. The Lynx should have seen the Prism, but I guess he's just like, wait, where is it now? Now this Stalker force needs to get back to these Strasis traps and the Oracles to be safe. And we do see the Colossi on the way, so this might be a Colossi follow-up here. But the drone died wherever that happened, not sure. Ah, the Adepts went in. Now he's setting up more things here in the bottom for a future attack. And the Zealots are in on that hatchery. There's no charge yet though. And he can yeah, he can basically pick them up. He's gonna let one die and the rest is gonna get into the prism and he's gonna walk out again. Now Stalkers in the bottom, this is like a very slim force to try and just control the map here by herO. And he just wants to wait until his reinforcements are there with the tech he was waiting for, namely charge and Colossus range and his +1 armor. And now he just wants to push in the bottom. And then he also has these Zealots in the top, oh, to try and pick off that base. So he's setting himself up for a 2-punch, or 1-2 punch, whatever it's called. And yeah, this powerful army here in the south, this is something where Dark might need his full attention, because it's double Colossi, it's 2 Archons, it's a bunch of Zealots. He's moving in quite a bit here, but Link's already getting trapped there in the northwest. This base is killed off. All of these zealots though not winning, but this army might be a little bit too ambitious here by herO. He's definitely gonna struggle to keep the units alive here in the bottom. We already see the first oracle go down, the second oracle, the third oracle should fall here soon as well. Actually keeping them kind of alive by randomness. And yeah, Dark is just falling apart behind this because the zealots were ravaging in the third base, and that's all she wrote. herO is gonna take the series.